In this lesson, we're going to be looking at getting the equation of the hyperbola given the information. And I would say don't memorize equations to put stuff in. I would go ahead and draw it and do what makes sense. So we have foci, and that's going to be 1, -5, and 1, 1. And the second thing that I know here is that you are going to have vertices that are going to be on the inside. And so I know that this particular hyperbola is going to open up and down because it has to go around the foci. And when it says transverse axis length, that means from the vertex to the vertex is going to be a length of 4. So I know that this length right here is equal to 6, and therefore I can build off of that in terms of understanding what my vertex is. Also, I can mark in the center. The center is the midpoint between the two, so that's going to be 1, -2. I'm doing the midpoint here, adding them up and dividing by 2. And at this point, what I could do is understand that the whole length is 4 of the transverse axis. So that means that my A is equal to 2 in both directions. So I know that one vertex is going to be right here, and the other vertex is going to be here. And therefore, I can go ahead and draw these to give me a better understanding of what it looks like. All right, so I have the orientation, I have my A, I just have to get my B. Now, I also know my C. My C is the length from the center to the focus, which is going to equal 3. I remember C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Substitute in. 9 equals 4 plus B squared. And solve for B and get square root of 5. All right, now I can go ahead and write the equation of this hyperbola. Y first, because it's up and down, minus -2 over my A squared over my B squared and that's all there is to it. Let's do one more problem. Write an equation for hyperbola with vertices. So I need to draw in these vertices to see what I'm looking at. -3, 10. And -3, -2. And it's also saying that the conjugate axis has a length of 6. So what that really means is 2b equals 6, or b is equal to 3. Again, locate the center. So I'm looking at up and down. The center is going to be the midpoint, -3, 4. And therefore, I've got an idea of what this is looking at. And so the other thing that I want to do is determine what my A is. My A is my length from the center to the vertex, so that's equal to 6. I have the orientation, my B, my A, and my center. I can write down the equation again. Y minus 4 squared over my A squared, which is 36, minus X plus 3 squared over my B squared, which is going to be 9, is equal to 1. So you don't have to identify the C here because all you need is your A and your B. I don't need the foci, but I could get them by using C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Just get the information that you need, plug them into the correct equation, and presto, there's your answer.